is she going? She's not going anywhere. So not only is our lace melted, but she's not going anywhere. Period. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Britianna. So I have been receiving a few requests asking me to show how I lace, lay, and melt my lace wigs. So you know your girl had to come through for you. So if you are interested to see how I melted this 5x5 closure wig, stay tuned. First off, before we get started, I just wanted to mention the fact that all of my wigs are glueless lace wigs, and I'm going to link in the cards my videos of how I converted all of my lace wigs into glueless wigs. That, I feel like, is the #1 step that helps me to be able to get my lace laid. Plus, I don't have to always do this method every time I want to put on a wig. I can literally just throw my wig on and go. So, my wigs do have the elastic band, and like I said, that'll be explained more in detail in the video in the cards. So to get started, you're obviously going to need your wig cap, some alcohol pad, your styling utensils, and whatever glue or adhesive you want to use. What I use is from the Hair Diagram. It's the Bowl Hold Liquid Gold. And this is like a mix in between like Got2b gel and glue. It is water soluble. Your hold can last for, I say, about a day, at the most 3 days, depending on how many layers and how much you put on. So it's still very temporary. It's still very gentle on the edges, but it does give you a little bit more longevity and can melt your lace down more if you just don't want to go with the glueless method. Right, first what I'm going to do is use some alcohol and a cotton pad to get all the makeup and oil and stuff off my forehead. If you do not do this step, I guarantee you your lace will lift. It's very important to start with a clean slate. And I do this in front of my edges. You always want to lay your lace in front of your edges, not on your laces, not on your hairline and not behind your hairline, in front of your hairline. This will ensure that you keep your edges and you're not bald headed. And that goes for the alcohol. Do not put alcohol on your edges. It will dry your hair out. Now, my lace is a 5x5 closure. So I only literally have to do probably from here to here. If you have a full frontal, you're going to want to clean all around your whole hairline. But frontals are a lot of work, and I like sweet and simple, to the point. I don't like all that extra work. And the 5x5, I even have a 6x6 closure. It literally gives the same illusion. You can still do the baby hairs. You can still have multiple parts. You can even, to a certain extent, pull it back. So I just like the closures because it's quicker. So after we get our hairline clean, we are going to put the wig on, but we're going to slide it back. Okay, so we have the wig on, so we have the wig on, but not all the way. And the reason why we do it this way is so we can measure where we need to put our adhesive down. So I just want to make sure that my part is where I want it to be, in the middle. That looks pretty good, or it's about as good as it's gonna get, honestly. Now, with this particular, I would say, I wouldn't even call it glue, gel, you can add, it says add 1 inch layer across, and it says you can add multiple layers, and you just use water to remove. I like this because it holds very strong, but it doesn't pull your hair out. And see what I mean in a second. So, as you can see, my closure goes from basically from here to here. So that's how far across my forehead I'm going to lay my adhesive. But like I said, we're going to do this in front of the hairline. Okay, so we have the adhesive laid. And then I'm just gonna spread this back, trying to avoid my hairline as much as possible. It's okay if a little bit does get on your hairline, but you don't want this whole amount on your hair because it is basically like a gel. It's not like Ghost Bond or Bold Hold actually does have an actual lace glue adhesive. It's not like that to where you would have to completely avoid your edges. It's okay if a little bit gets on there. It won't do too damage, but you want to keep that to a minimum. So now that we have that down, I literally give it just a couple seconds to dry down, barely a couple seconds, okay? While it's doing that, I'm just brushing all the hair back to make sure that there are no hairs in the way. And I'm gonna kind of pull my cap down a little bit. If you notice, I don't do the ball cap method because I don't have a frontal and I don't keep my wigs tied down long enough to do it even with the closure. So I just do it like this. Okay, so now that it's tacky a little bit, you're gonna pull the lace down onto the adhesive. Then I'm gonna take a rat tail comb and I'm gonna take the flat part right here and I'm gonna use that to press the lace down. And you want to make sure that all the glue is covered. Now I'm going to pull the rest of my wig down. Make sure that's in place. Now, here is the Krabby Patty secret formula. Elastic band. I guess this is like the 1.5 inch elastic band. This is the secret to your melt, sis, okay? So what you're gonna do, if I had clips, this would be better, but I don't have any. Try to bring the hair back as much as possible. And you're gonna tie this around your hairline. And you don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want the hairs to start pulling in different directions. You just want it to be secure enough to melt that lace down, but not too tight to where it's like pulling and stretching the lace. Now during this section, while you're waiting for your hair to melt down, I like to style my hair while I'm waiting for my lace to melt. If you don't, if you already have your hair styled, I would say wait maybe like 5 minutes to give your lace a chance to dry into the adhesive and melt down. But while we're doing that, I'm going to curl my hair. Also, another tip to make sure that your hair is really melted is to either get a wig tint, not wig tint, but get a wig lace tint that matches the color of your skin, and you can spray that on your lace as well to have under your cap. What I like to do is I take my Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in the color 330 Toffee. This is literally my foundation, and on the underside of my lace, I'll just dab this on with a little foundation brush to tint my lace. If I don't have lace tint, I want to start trying some and purchase some. So if any of my ladies are out there that have tried lace tint and have any suggestions, please let me know. But yeah, let me stop rambling. I'm gonna start to style my hair and I'll be right back, okay? Where the party at?
In the club, just show a little love, represent your side like me. Round here, if you slip, you catch a hot one, couple of them got one. Belvedere in the rear of the club, pull up on dubs, so we about to go and buy the bar up. So for sure we ain't playing, hang with no lames, walk and say, hey, where the party at? The girls is on the way, but up a car, yeah. Yes, we do. Bottles and models talking all of that. No, I can't forget about my club. Where the party at? And all my girls. Where the party at?
Okay, y'all. So you know me and you know how I do it. I threw some ultra lazy curls. Ooh, forgot a spot. But I just threw in some super lazy curls because, I mean, I'm not going nowhere special. And at the end of the day, it's going to get tied up in a bonnet, okay? So, while I just want to let it melt just a little bit more, and I want to let my curls fall before, my curls cool before I brush them out so they won't fall. So what I'm going to do is, just to get this to to get this to melt a little bit more, I'm just going to take a small little Wet n Wild brush in my foundation. Now I just dabbed it in the bottle like this. Then I'm going to dab it on the back of my hair. Because you want to go with a pretty light hand with this. And just go into my part. Just to give it just a smidget more of definition. And to get it to look more partish, if that's the word. Okay, y'all. So I'm about to take off the band. We gonna look at this here melt. Let's see. Girl, why I tied it a little bit tighter than I should. All right, here we go. And there we have it. Hooray! And there we have it. Now, this would be the perfect time to cut out some to part out and then trim some baby hairs and lay those. I'm not too good at that yet, so I'm not going to do that yet. I want to practice more on my older wigs because I really like this wig and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm not going to add baby hairs. But what I do like to do around the hairline is just if I see any spots on the lace that could be touched up a little better with the foundation, I do that. And then I go in and tweak my hair. And then I go in and tweak my hair. And there we have it, ladies and gents. We have our melted lace. I like these bangs. And there we have it. And I am pleasantly pleased. If you wanted to go back and spray like some Got To Be hairspray just to give it a little bit more hold, you can definitely do that. Like I said, add baby hairs to add your own little tweak to it, own little style, razzle dazzle. But for me, I love it. Like I said, once I get my practice down and feel more comfortable doing baby hairs, I definitely will start to incorporate that because I think they look so cute and they help camouflage the lace even more, in my opinion. So there's that. So yes, honey, do you like? So if you enjoyed watching me lay my lace, please don't forget to like and comment down below. And like I said, if y'all have any suggestions on cute lace tint, or if you have any other suggestions for me, honey, I am open. Any tips on getting these baby hairs laid, because I definitely need help with that, please comment that down below too. And last but not least, please don't forget to subscribe. I thank y'all so much again for watching. I love y'all.